My grandfather Fernandez told me this one story about World War II, and it just always stuck with me, and it tells so many people. He was in infantry over in France during World War II, and he says it was the middle of the night, around 1 o'clock in the morning, and out of nowhere, they're like set up in the middle of this road, and France is ripped apart, and he's just chilling with his unit, and hanging out. What's coming next? What's gonna happen? Are we gonna die today or die tomorrow? And thank God he lives, so he could have my father, and I could be here. So to get to the point, I guess there was this truck or vehicle coming towards them, and they didn't know what the fuck it was. So basically, my grandfather loaded the bazooka, gave it to the gunner, and the gunner blew the shit out of that fucking vehicle that was coming towards them, because they didn't know what the fuck it was. Nazis or some type of, renegade, I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. He just told me he didn't know what the fuck it was. Well, to make a long story short, they blow the shit out of it, and my grandfather goes over with his other units. They pick around, like, oh, what the fuck is this, right? They look closely. It was a France ambulance taking wounded French people to the hospital, and they fucking blew it up. Now, that is just fucking amazing, because you can't get away with that shit nowadays. Try doing that in Iraq, killing innocent people. They hunt you by your fucking balls. So, that's just one reason why I love World War. I'm not here to talk about a history lesson, but I'm here to talk about horror and World War II films. So, with Inglourious Bastards, and I mean, that's not horror, but that's still, cool film. Inglourious Bastards was good, but it just didn't have it for me. I love the old school 80s, 70s, war films. I mean, Tora Tora was so much better than that fucking Ben Affleck Pearl Harbor shit any day of the week. One is The Prowler. Tom Savini did the effects, I'm on board already. So, this movie was great from the start, and it was called Rosemary's Killer at first, but they changed it to The Prowler. It was lost for a while, and it's one of those rarely seen sleeper hits from the 80s, and it's slice and dice horror, and there's nothing about it that if someone who was true to horror and loved everything that's bloody and gory would say, wow. Lastly, I found this movie one day in a store, and I never could find it again. I looked high and low for it. I went on the internet, and they all said it was sold out. And then someday I just, came across it, and I was like, wow. And Peter Cushing is in it. It's fucking scary as hell. It's probably the best Nazi zombie movie, and it's just called Shockwaves. And it's just one of those movies that it's brilliant. I mean, it has this look to it where you're just like, wow, how can you not like it? And I mean, the trailer itself is enough to the point where you're like, you don't want to watch the movie because it's so good. It's a great film. I love it with a passion. And what I like about it is the fact that they had these it was like a fake concept. It wasn't real. But then again, with the Nazi regime going on and all this shit, you don't know if something like this was really happening with scientists and stuff, because I do remember reading about how Hitler took two twins, broke one of their legs to see what the other twin would do. So it's on that same concept of how fucked up really is it. So it's a great movie, and I can't really say anything too much about it without giving it away. Just go watch it, go buy it, spend fucking $30 on fucking Amazon. It's well worth it. Go fucking see this movie. Shockwaves. I fucking love Shockwaves as much as I like The Prowler.